Hello guys, what is up? My name is Level 5ter. Welcome back to Will Sportster. It's the day after the first game of the Premier League season for Manchester United at Old Trafford. If you've seen the vlog on my main channel, well actually this is coming out before so you won't have, but we have our FA Cup final programme just in the back there, which I did get signed at the game. If you want to see my matchday vlog, head over to the main channel to check it out. It is a good one. We're getting into the hang of the vlogs and everything like that, so very much good stuff to look forward to. But here we are, 1-0 Manchester United. I got my starting 11 bang on. Everything else I got wrong. Went for a 4-0 thrashing. It ended up being a 1-0 close victory that we probably didn't deserve. If I'm being honest, Wolves in that second half were much better. And I think, to be honest, a draw was probably the fair result for the game. But thankfully, the quality in the end that we have showed through, and we did end up picking up the win, which is the most important thing. We're only going to get better from here. It was uncoercive. Like, everyone was out of sync. Everyone was a yard slower, weaker. Wolves were on it, fresh. I don't know if it was a new manager bounce, but they were just at it, everything quicker than United. And we were so slow to second balls, first balls, weaker in the challenge. Everything all over the pitch was just poor. I'm going to highlight a few things, and I'm not saying it as I'm being too reactionary from the first game. This is stuff I've said all along. Nala's joining us, walking around in the background. First of all, I have to say it, get it out of the way. Marcus Rashford is not a striker. He is not. He never will be. I don't even think he's, to be honest, all around good enough if we want to win the league one year. Win the Champions League. I think he will have to be replaced in the future, if I'm being honest. But I've been through it too many times. I'm not going to go through it again. But in that game, we were looking forward for someone to pass to in the centre of the pitch up front, and Marcus Rashford was not giving that opportunity to anyone. He was not being a target point for the players to play to. He was just running when the passes weren't on. He was just running in behind, looking for long balls that were just never ever going to be playable. He was just kind of stood there. He was just a waste of space, playing with 10 men at some point. He won one header out of about 15, I think I counted, that he jumped up for, / didn't even jump up for, and just watched the defender going, oh no, big scary 6'4" defender, I don't want to get hurt, I'm not going to jump up and try and win a header against you. The one header he did win, he knocked it down the line, tried to do a crappy step over, and just ran straight into two defenders. The one header he won all game. Jumping too early. I'm 90% sure every time he jumps up for the ball, he closes his eyes. I'm pretty sure he just goes like this, and just misses it every time. For a striker to go, oh yeah, my weakness is my left foot and my heading, that's not a striker. Anthony and Garnacho was the only one in that front three not scared to go on the weak foot. And I know he blazed it over the bar with that shot, but still, at least he took it on with his weak foot. If I was Marcus Rashford or Anthony, they'd be trying to get it onto their other foot. But yes, that's all I'm going to say on Marcus Rashford. I'm not going to go anymore. New season, let it be. First game, everyone was off. But still, my opinions have been, for a long time, over pre-season, have been continued to be proven right, and in the first game has continued to be proven right. What next? Midfield. Non-existent. Bruno had one of those games. Every single pass he tried to do was wrong. I don't think he had 30% pass accuracy. He might have done with all the short passes, but he was so off the pace today. So off the pace. Poor. He has those games. It's Bruno. He has 1 or 2, 3 of those a season. Liverpool last year. Can name a few more. Just poor game. I expect him to get better. I'm not going to go too into it because he saved our ass way too many times, and he is probably the best player in that team. But a very poor game for the captain in the first game of the season. hopefully it gets better, and hopefully he doesn't stay in bad form, because that would really be detriment to our team. Next up, Anthony. I don't get how people are slandering Anthony. Anthony was our most dangerous player in that front three for the entire game. Kept his width brilliantly. Good weight of pass. Good decision on passing. Yeah, he made a bad cross that went just over Casemiro's head. Yeah, he had a shot that he battered into the defender a few times. But other than that, Anthony was solid all game. Tracking back, defensive work rate was absolutely brilliant from Anthony. People slandering him, I do not have a clue what game they were watching, because he was the only person threatening in that front three. And people have been saying Sancho changed the game as well. He did all right. He did all right. He didn't change the game. Yeah, he did all right. He wasn't brilliant. Anthony was our most dangerous player in that front three for the entire game. Jadon Sancho did all right when he came on. Not the best, but people are hyping him up too much because they still believe there's something there when he's not proven it for 2 years. But yeah. So I think Anthony, again, showed why Ten Hag trusts him and why he is starting there. Do I believe he needs competition? Yes, because he needs to be pushed to improve himself. But was he as bad as people are making him out to be? Absolutely not. Never, never, never. He was our most dangerous player in that front three. Absolutely. Garnacho was off the pace. He was overhitting every single pass he made. He's only a kid. He's going to grow. In pre-season, he's been our most dangerous player. He gets Old Trafford up off the feet. But it was just a bad game. As I said, everyone basically had a bad game. I think the only players who didn't have a bad game were Anthony, probably the back four, and the keeper. So basically the midfield and the other two strikers. But to be fair, I don't think Shaw played. Shaw was just a steady game. Wan-Bissaka was just a steady game. I think Lissandro looked unfit for the levels we've seen Lissandro. I'm not going to go into Lissandro because he's quality amazing, but looked a bit off the pace, as did everyone, as I was saying, except for a few players. Onana, great debut, saved us. Not going to go into the penalty, not going to talk about it, don't want to. But other than that, solid game. Passing was brilliant, claiming everything was brilliant. He's a bloody animal. He's a beast. He's not scared of anything. Marcus can learn a few things off Onana with his massive, mighty bollocks that he's got. He can learn a thing or two. Lastly, we're going to end the video talking about a bit of a controversial one. Mason Mount. Mason Mount was the best player in that midfield. For me. He was the only one who inserted himself physically. Casemiro, few slide tackles went away. I know Mount was looking leggy at the end. Few players looked unfit, which is concerning. But he was the only one inserting himself physically. He was getting stuck in. He was running around, getting involved. Very strong on the ball. Some good passes, some bad passes. Yeah, he didn't make a 40-yard over-the-top through ball to Marcus Rashford for him to score off. Yeah, he didn't get an assist. Yeah, he didn't get a goal. Yeah, he didn't create much. But in terms of in that midfield, he did all the basics right. He got stuck in. He was physically good. And our best midfielder for me. I'm sorry, I don't get why people are saying, haha, 007 Mason Mount's coming. Oh, Mason Mount was terrible. Mason Mount's the wrong signing. It's just too reactionary off a bad performance. But to be honest, he was probably the best midfielder there. I don't know how he got took off instead of Bruno. And I know Bruno's the captain and probably shouldn't be come off because he can make that one moment of magic. But Mason Mount was the only one inserting himself physically in that midfield. And I think he played brilliantly. Well, not brilliantly. He played good. He played decent for his first game. I don't know why I said brilliantly. Getting a bit carried away there. But yeah, I think he did all right for his first game. It can only get better from here. We picked up the first 3 points. Let me know your guys' opinions on the game down below. Were you there? Did you watch it? What did you think? What can we improve on? What are your guys' opinions? But unfortunately, I've been Will5. Thank you for watching my Wolves match review. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. And peace.